gave her a mic? Podcast. Who gave her a mic? Podcast. Who gave her a mic? Podcast. From reality to spilling seriously. Who gave her a mic?
Welcome back to Who Gave Her a Mic podcast. I'm Melissa.
And I'm Alex.
We're just two millennial moms who have too much to say about reality TV. Today we're going to be covering Love Island USA season 7, episodes 15 and 16. But we were in the middle of a conversation about Casa Amor, and I was like, we need to get this on recording.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Ariana dropped that we're getting Casa Amor Monday night.
Oh,
So what I was saying was, you were saying it's early, and I was trying to figure out, I was on the Peacock, whatever, trying to figure out when we got it last year. Because I was like, these last two episodes were kind of like, almost like in a lull, like almost at the bottom of the high after the Huda. So I was trying to figure out.
to try to spice it up a little bit more.
It got a little like, and I was like, okay, maybe she's not going to get crazy, but Casa Amor would definitely be interesting.
I feel like they're doing it just for Huda, if I'm being honest. Like,
well, they're sending the girls out this time instead of the guys, so that would make sense.
Yeah, well, just like normal seasons, they didn't do Casa until the 20s. Usually the
they're late.
Like the mid 20s or like even the early 30s. I know last season it was definitely like episode 30, episode 31. And the only reason I remember is because
Kenny wasn't there that long.
No, well, it's circulating again. So like somebody had posted a TikTok and I made a comment on it, and it was about the scene that Kaylor saw on the phone. And I made a comment and it got like 100,000 likes because I know. I get a lot of likes on TikTok. I really don't know why. It's very odd. It's what's crazy is that it's circulating again, I think because of like all this stuff. But I remember someone was like, what's the episode? And I was like, this is season 6, episode 31. And then I explained like what happened and why the girl got so mad. And a bunch of people liked it, I guess, because they didn't have to like look it up. But I'm like, we're already throwing Casa in here. It's the couples aren't even really
solid.
Yeah. Like, were you trying to just get like an entirely new cast into here? Like what is happening?
I wonder if they're doing that or if we're going to see some people come back. Like, I think they could either bring back Charlie for Hannah, or they could bring back, someone said they could bring back Bella, which I was kind of like, she doesn't seem like a Casa girl. I could see the new bombshell on Drina. I keep trying to say her name appropriately.
Yeah, Drina.
Yeah, I could see her as a Casa girl, but Bella's a little vanilla. I feel bad saying that. I don't want to be mean, but like she's just.
She is.
You think about the Casa girls we get, they're usually like really spicy, trying to like really throw the drama and bring them up. So it's just like, she just didn't seem like that type. But I did say something.
And they do that challenge where you're like making out with like 30 people.
Oh yeah. They like the text challenge back and forth, right? Yeah. Oh
yeah.
This was so fun because, I don't know. I mean, anything could happen. So much happened, but not enough happened in these 2 episodes that.
Yeah, I feel like they're rushing it a little bit. I don't know if they're going to cut the season short because I do feel like, I don't know though.
It's not that it's bland this season compared to last season. I feel like last season they did the thing. So now it's like this season's been interesting because of the whole crashing out and drama.
That's the only reason the show is even like, because I mean, don't get me wrong, like Shelly and Alandria are cool, but I mean, they're not Leah. It's not Kaylor.
There's no like couple drama. I think that's the problem. Like Kaylor and Aaron had couple drama. Leah and Rob had couple drama, and then Kenny and Janae, Serena and Cordell, like they all had, those came from Casa. Sorry, in my head I could see Kenny walking in with his girl. They're like, you serious? All of them. What did y'all do over there?
But it's true though. I mean, this season's like, I don't know if they're just doing it to like, because they were like people. I mean, I feel like everybody's gonna flip. I honestly like. I don't feel like Jeremiah and Iris are that strong. I don't feel like. I mean,
Maya,
I love Nick and Sierra, but like they were. You know what I'm saying? Like if
and
your
I feel
head
like Casa is
turn,
such like a last ditch, like not last ditch, but like it's the couples have solidified enough that it's at the end where it's like, let me get you one last punch to your relationship to see if that's really who you want to be with. And then, but then like, I don't feel like anybody's that solid right now to throw that in. It wouldn't be like,
no.
oh, like, like Kaylor, and Aaron, where it was like so shocking when he strayed.
Yeah, and it feels like they keep dropping the bombshells in without there being like enough time.
Yeah.
Not, I don't want to say time in between, but I just feel like they're dropping bombshells like every couple days. You're like, damn, like what like what the hell is happening?
Well, I think it's just like nobody's really vibing with each other. There's no,
That's true.
like, I think they're trying to throw something in, but the I don't feel like the bombshells have been like,
Underwhelming.
yeah.
There, I
TJ,
saw like so many. I don't want to be like mean because
no, but they even
everyone
said the
has
same
like their
thing.
own type, right?
Yeah.
But they're just like.
Eh. And I wonder
I mean,
why. Like, how do they pick a bombshell? Do they pick it by who they want to, like, I'm sure they know everybody's type. So are these bombshells
yeah.
picked by these types? And they're like, okay, we need to get someone in that's whoever's type this week, like Huda's type this week, and throw them in there.
I really don't know. I wish I did. That would be great. But it's just like I saw so many TikToks like this one guy, he had like over 100,000 likes. It was so funny too. He was just this like skinny guy, didn't have any like build, and he's walking into the villa. He's like bombshells this year, making fun of himself.
Oh, I've seen, and it's like, is a filter on his face?
Yeah,
I'm
I'm just
wondering if like all the views are of his abs, or like, and then it's like got this like clown.
he's got this like whatever. Yeah, I'm just like, I don't like. Don't get me wrong, body and like but for me, like a face is everything. Like
Oh, for sure, yeah.
you know what I mean? You can do whatever with a body. You can tone up a body. You can, you can work out. You can, I mean, I don't condone surgery. I don't think you should enhance your body like that to almost die. Whatever I mean. But I just think like a face is so much. I think that's why Adrena.
Lena, I know she's got like a little.
Yeah, they're the Spanish. I think that's why she's a don't like beautiful girl, but I think that's why all these guys are like enthralled with her because it's like
exotic is such a
yes, no, she's exotic looking. No, it's very true. She's exotic looking, and when you bring
she's
somebody
Latina,
in,
I think people like Latinas like that. I think it's just something different. Like she's Latina, she's fiery, she's
she has an accent. Everyone loves an accent.
She speaks Spanish. I mean, Pepe was all about that because
I know. I mean, her body ridiculous. Like, you know what I mean?
Beautiful, yeah.
Like who? And then the guy that they bring looks like a baby. I was like, oh,
he's a baby. He just graduated college last year. I was creeping on his Instagram before we even got anything from him out of that. Yeah, he's like, I was like, already knew he was a baseball player at Tampa. It's like,
it's like,
and then he's definitely in a fraternity because I saw another Instagram post where his fraternity brothers were watching him go into the villa. I was like, okay, we have this like very stereotypical college baseball player, frat boy, blonde, young.
This is where it's like I want a little bit older. And I don't know if it's just because we're getting older, but it's just like some of the like I'm sorry, like 23 is so young to say that you want to be in love and married. I mean, for you, it worked out. High school sweethearts.
I was still young and dumb. It happened to work out for me, but it definitely.
But it's rare, like that you actually make it,
especially in that kind of setting. It's not like somebody you've known for a while or got to know. It's like
it was like you guys have known each other throughout high school and stuff like that. Even with my ex that I was with for 13 years. I mean, we met the summer that I got out of high school, and he was going into sophomore year of college. Even then, it's just like I wish that I wouldn't have gotten into a relationship because one, it was very toxic, but it was like, you don't, sometimes you just don't learn. And then we grew apart, and then it just got to a point where we were together for so long that we just didn't know how to not be together. And then, and that's like, and I feel like when you're that young, when you're 20, 22, 23, you should just be experiencing life and having fun. I understand if you're 25 and older, that's a completely different story. But some of these 22, 23-year-olds, I'm like, you got like
just getting out of college, and it's like,
yeah, like what are you doing?
Like, yeah, you're not.
Do you have a job? Like
probably not. I don't know.
Do you have a job?
Well, no, some of them do because who is it? Alandria, this elevator?
Yeah, the older ones have jobs. Like
true. Yeah.
But like him, like when I think about my brother's 22. He does not have a job. He goes to college. Like, my parents pay, which he has he does baseball, which is what he said he was going to do and all that stuff. But it's like, he doesn't have a job. You know what I mean? Like it's, he's still doing school. So to me, it's just like,
well, I just feel like a lot of these people are on the show are like, they're meeting, like for instance, TJ, and I think even Andrina just graduated too for global business degree. Yeah. But they're just out of college. So like, I think about like the transition time that I had after college, and then you're trying to throw in a not severely long, that's an extreme word, but a lot of these people don't live in the same cities. So we got a long distance relationship that you're trying to manage, and starting out your life, your new adult life out of college with a career, assuming, and that's a lot to put on a relationship.
Yeah, you're gone for 6 weeks, isolated. You can't be on, phones. You can't talk to your family, your friends, people who actually know you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. It's just, to me, it's just, I don't know. It's crazy. Like I said, I feel like some of these shows need to go 25 and above. That's why I like Too Hot to Handle or something, because that's a little bit more realistic, where, you're getting a bunch of people who don't know how to stop screwing.
But they're not there to like find love. They're there to have a good time, and they happen to have, and so it's like, if there's no pressure put on the relationship, or they feel like pressure put on these ones to like lock in.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just like, it's kind of like the Love is Blind thing, where you're like,
yeah,
you're not going to find a 22-year-old on Love is Blind.
No. Usually by then they've pulled out all the stops, and they're like, I'm just here now. But I don't want to be.
I'm a mommy.
I don't judge. Oh my God, Mike downloaded that for me. Ready? You want to hear it?
I'm a mommy.
Mommy?
I'm a mom.
Mamacita.
No, I'm a mommy.
Mom of what?
A mom of what? A dog?
I have a daughter.
Like in real life?
Yeah.
Like a daughter, like a
like
real
in
baby?
real life?
Yeah, like
did
a
he
human
think she was
child.
Like a human child. Yeah. That was like the best thing. And it's really funny, when I first saw it like kind of flew over my head, because I mean, I thought it was funny. It was like being silly Mamacita. But then when I saw it later on Instagram, I like really like set in, and I was like, oh my God, how ridiculous was that whole conversation? A mom of what?
I'm like sorry though, but like I've never referred to myself as a mommy. Like,
no, and it's such a weird, like, I'd be like, I'm a mom. I have 2 boys. Like, I wouldn't be like, I'm a mommy.
Yeah, that's just so weird. It's like, I feel weird saying that. Like, I'm a mommy. Like, I'm mommy. Like, I don't think my own kids don't call me mommy. They call me mama. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just funny. Mamacita.
It gave me like a cringe moment. I was like, ew. It makes me think of like when you call like a guy like daddy, but it just doesn't sound right when it's like you're like, I'm a mommy. I don't know if she meant that to be that way. But.
I think she does. I just joke with you. It's always out in public. It's not like just, we mess with each other. I'm like, thanks, daddy. Like,
well, I mean, like at that, if she trying to make it like that, just call yourself a MILF at that point.
I feel like she is like, I'm a mommy. I'm a mommy. Yeah, call me mommy. Don't call her mom. Don't do it. Anyway. All right.
If a guy called me a mommy, I'd be like, get out.
Go away.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go away. I don't. Get away from me. That's
the only time that Mike calls me any kind of mom is when he's talking to the boys, and it's like, your mom, or go get mom, or what have you.
I feel like your mom is so like I do that like too. Like even with my brother, I go, your mom. I don't go. Well, sometimes I go mom, and then I say your mom, and then I'm like, we would say mom. Like,
I've done that to my brother too. Be like, oh, my mom said this, and he's like, my mom, your
I know.
mom,
We have the
whatever.
same.
You know what I mean?
I'm like, sorry. It's like
Mom, our mother.
our lovely mother.
Oh gosh. Well, do you have any tea this week? Anything that you saw?
I saw a lot. I don't know if it's good.
Did you really? I saw something about, and I was like, I don't know if I should mention this because I don't feel like it's that out there, but that Taylor was on another show that they had recorded a whole new show. You saw that too?
Yes, yeah, that they just trashed it.
Yeah, so they recorded a whole show of Taylor on some show. Like they said, it was like
he didn't
below
even
deck.
come in till halfway through the show.
Okay.
He wasn't a main. He like came in his friend was actually saying this on a podcast.
Yes,
he's
friends with Nick too, right?
Yeah, he's friends with Nick too. Yes, but they don't
Yeah.
know each other or whatever. That's what the friend said. I mean,
but I saw
allegedly.
someone else mention that Taylor was on a show, so I was like, okay, that's two people now, unrelated. So there might be some credence to that.
Yeah, it was like a ranch show or like
it was like that said, but like below deck, but on a ranch, which I was like,
yes,
that makes sense.
Exactly.
Knowing him, but
I don't
also
know why it would get canned though.
I mean, have you seen Taylor?
Well, Taylor,
yeah.
Yeah. What's crazy? I saw a TikTok of him at a club.
Well, he and Melandria were talking about that. Like, do you go clubbing? And yeah. Like, I can't.
That's what made me think of it. I was like, that was like perfect timing. I mean, not everyone has rhythm. Like
hey, own it.
They can't all dance. They can't all dance.
But yeah, they said it was like but I was thinking that if you think about that text message back with the girl that said that he had texted her that there was a last minute opening and they called him, that kind of makes sense now why there would be a for them to call him on a last minute opening. Not to say that the text was real, but I was like, that we're kind of adding more to that story there that makes sense.
And like I think you mentioned in the first episode where you were just like, I think it was the first episode where like Amaya and Shelly know each other from like casting calls and stuff.
Yeah.
This is where I feel like the show either needs to stop or they need to stop picking they need to start doing like a Big Brother selection where they're not picking people like based off their Instagram likes, because at some point it's going to get where it's at now, where they're throwing Casa in when, I mean, we're basically at day 15. You're like, damn, you sped that up real fast because it's boring.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys are not.
There's just not a lot of, I mean, there was a little bit of back and forth with like Jalen, but then he got kiboshed and then, yeah, so she's just with Taylor and she just is with Taylor. I mean, they're both Gemini. So I was like, okay, that kind of makes sense why they got along so well. They're both kind of not out there, but like Gemini. I don't know how to, if you know, you know. Goofy and like funny, and Mike's a Gemini.
So great. you know.
If you know, you know what I mean. I don't even know how to explain.
You know what I'm
just
talking
silly
about.
and like, but yeah, that was like the only thing that, and then there was something that I saw about Shelly and Ace that I think, but I feel like you told me this too, that not only did they just know each other, they had like a whole relationship going on.
Yeah, they have that's what I saw too. Somebody came out and said that they're doing this for show, that they're actually together in real life.
That's lame.
And that they're doing it because Ace wants fame. Like he wants fame. Sure. And Shelly's, I guess, just like be like the support like system. And
along for the ride.
This is where I'm saying like they kind of need to stop with these guys because it's going to get to a point where it's so boring like it is now. And there's no like, I feel like last season was so great. Even the seasons before that, they weren't like amazing. Like I still love Sally's season. Like it will start to like plateau because you guys are picking people who are kind of like Insta famous and know each other, because half the people, if you're from LA, like they're all going to the same things.
True. I feel like when you pick someone that's Insta famous, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, but like, I don't know. I didn't know Ace.
Yeah, I
was,
don't know who they are either.
Like, I just scroll whatever shows up on my thing, which lately has been a lot of Love Island things. Which
Oh, I know. I keep trying to stop liking that. So
I know, and I like stop watching it. Like, I want to see a little bit of it, but I like don't need to see all Love Island all the time.
I will say what I think what helps my algorithm is I have someone that sends me reels, and his reels are always like
Oh yeah, yeah.
different and stuff.
It helps,
So
yeah.
it helps like not have so much Love Island on there. So
Yeah, like Mike said that there's a way to change that, but I don't got time for that. Just keep
I don't have
scrolling.
time for that. I don't have time to do it.
I don't want it. But anyway, as I was saying, like if they keep picking these Insta famous people, like I don't know. So I feel like a lot of our general age demographic group, whatever, we might fall off. Because even I'm kind of like, this is kind of getting lame. Like these people already know each other. The whole point is that they didn't know each other, and then like the drama around it, which was trashy and like a train wreck.
See, that's what I liked about Sneaky Links. Like,
yeah,
they all knew like that was the whole point of the show.
That's the whole point. Yeah.
So that's what made that and that show was so great, so dramatic. I love that show so much.
I didn't watch the finale. They started bringing in their parents. I was like, I'm over it. There's nothing crazy happening.
Yeah, that was a good show, but that's where this one's kind of just like, you guys need to pick from a different pool because this isn't working anymore.
And Ariana is like, I watched After Sun. I watched After Sun, so you don't have to. Anyway, I watched After Sun, and Ariana was like really diving in with the things you've never seen before, things we've never done before, all this like they're pulling out all the stops. So I mean, it could go. I mean, that those two recouplings were out of the wild. So I mean, they could.
Well, because they had to. What were they going to do?
Yeah.
What were they going to keep doing?
Desperate a little bit. So I don't know. We'll see how Casa Amor goes.
Well, and I think too the social media hate.
Oh, she brought that up too. She was like,
yeah,
looked at the camera. I don't know if you saw anything on Instagram. She looked at the camera and she was like, you need to stop going on people's social medias and throwing hate. Like, I guess people are like hitting up these people's family. I'm sure it's Huda. She didn't put any names, but going to people's families and like just going off on her daughter's father.
I think the child's father came out and was like, you know, hey,
leave
Brittany alone. Basically. Yeah. Well, I mean, respect, like she is a mom and yes, she's not handling things the best way. And I know that some people are like, oh, if you back her, like you're toxic. It's like, no, she's young. She has not learned how to properly communicate, which is crazy to me that all of these people want to speak so negatively about it. But it's like, well, how were you when you were 23, 24 years old? Because I can guarantee you were a hothead too. We all were. Like at one point in our life, we're all hotheads.
We didn't have social media, TV show filming our every action.
Yeah, like
some clingy stuff. Let me tell you. When I was that
well,
age.
even our phones back then, they weren't like they are now. I mean, we didn't. Instagram was barely a thing.
I cannot imagine growing up, and I think about that. Like my kids, you know, are going to this, but it's just like growing up with social media. Like every little move you make is so, what's the word? Like highlighted, magnified. Like you just watch like everything you do versus us. It was like we were so elusive until we weren't, and then.
I mean, we didn't. Our parents didn't even know where we were when we left the house. We used to come on with the street when the street lights came on.
We were
like,
outside. You know what I mean? Yeah, we were gone. Yeah,
we could ride our bikes to the wetlands and play with rocks. They wouldn't know what we were doing.
Mike used to do that. Yeah, but yeah,
the wetlands was like right behind my house, so I was. Me and my brother were always riding our bikes,
like all the way from by the high school. All the way down there. Try not to like pray too much to expose.
Well, I know, right? Well, it's just like when we were kids, we definitely our parents didn't know where we were. The house parties we used to have, like when we played
That was
beer
more chill.
pong, we actually had beer in the cups. Like,
Shove your hand in the dip cup, the wash cup. That's why we don't get sick. Let me tell you. Because we had some antibodies. Body yaddy yaddies. Speaking of.
yeah. The only thing that got me was COVID. That was
Well, I think we all went through that. Yeah, that was fun. I brought COVID on a cruise ship. Did you know that? Have I ever told you that story? I didn't know. Literally flew out to go on a cruise ship. Go on a cruise, my best friend, mom's only cruise. And then we got on the boat, everything. I was fine. I was tired, but I was like, I just flew from California to Texas, and then we drove 4 hours. So I was like, I had like excitement, whatever. The next day, Mike texted me that our youngest tested positive for COVID. I was like, oops.
yikes.
And I never got sick. I never felt sick. But as soon as we got back from our cruise, she took a test. She was positive. I took a test. I was positive. I was like, oh my God. I was walking all around that cruise ship. And the only reason they let me on was because I had a vaccine card. And I was vaccinated. Or I am vaccinated. I still am. Not was. I still am. But I was like, what kind of fail-proof things is that?
It wasn't. That's what it was.
Just let me on, and I gave it to everybody because I had a vaccine card.
That's so great. Oh my God.
Anyway, we should go. Yeah, that's my COVID story. But yeah, no other tea. Do you have any other tea? I was talking about our after sun. Let me see. I have anything else? Apparently Amaya said in a clip to Charlie that the reason she voted him off was because they had a conversation. She didn't think that he and Hannah had like locked it in, which I think I was saying that their conversation, Hannah and Charlie's conversation was right before the recoupling. So I don't think anybody knew that they had.
No one knew.
So
I think that's why he mentioned it.
Yeah.
When he went up there, but it was,
So,
of course he's going to say that. Everyone's, of course he's going to
say
that.
And that makes sense why he went out and was like, I'm going to say what I'm going to say because, I feel so bad. That was such a crummy recoupling.
It really was.
But okay, I'm going to move on to episode 15. Sorry, my timestamps. Okay. So we were coming off of the door recoupling, right? At the beginning?
Yes.
Yeah. And Taylor, and then voting, right? So the ace standing behind Huda voting, stand behind who you want. So Jalen had just gotten sent home.
Mm-hmm.
So then Huda walks over to the couch with Taylor and Alandria, and Taylor like lays it out. He's like, listen, you're here. I don't want to hear any. You guys need to separate. You need to go on opposite sides of the room. I don't like no more drama. Like we're done with it. And then she immediately goes into this rant about how he's a little bitch and all this stuff. I was like, Taylor's face. I was like, he literally like she's like, he's like, I just told you not to do that, and here you are doing it again.
Well, I mean, at least he said something because then when she did it, he was like, "This is what I'm talking about," and then she was like, "Okay, fine, I'll stop."
But that set the tone later on when she's in the speakeasy with Jeremiah. He's like in the doorway, like, "What did I tell you?" But yeah,
that girl, like, leave that man alone. He doesn't even like you. Like, why are you trying? Like, oh my God.
Like she. I feel like she went in there. So that was my next topic anyway. But like she was like creeping outside the speakeasy. Well, Jeremiah's talking to Iris, and she goes in like, oh, I just want to clear the air. I'm like, you stood out there and you were listening. You heard them talking about you. You wanted to end the conversation. You wanted to put yourself into the center of this so that it's like, it was just so intentional.
I was really hoping that she was going to apologize. Like, I was really hoping she was just going to be like, hey, can I speak to both of you? I just want to like apologize. Like, I'm really sorry for how I've been acting.
Yeah. What did she do?
She goes, okay, I was
out of the room. Can you leave so we can talk? I want to sit right there. In that spot.
Like, what are you doing? Like, oh my God. It hurt. It physically.
Especially after Iris just stood behind her.
Oh my God. That's what made me so mad. I was like, are you for real right now, Hoodie? You can't wait until tomorrow?
Nope. Because they were talking about her. She knew she had to put herself in there.
Know. It's just
around the corner. I'm gonna put that around on my wall. It's just Huda her in the corner.
it's like wanting to smack someone and you can't because they're not here, but you're just like, just someone real quick, please, because I feel like it would help so much.
Oh, I literally put my head in my hands. I was like, Huda, we can't keep doing this. Like, I'm so over it. But
I don't understand the fascination. I mean, I'm sorry, like Jeremiah is really not my type, but it's like,
oh, she's got anxious attachment. She is like desperate for somebody to be with her, and it doesn't matter who, what, where, when.
yeah.
It's just he showed her some interest, and she's going to cling on to that for every ounce of her being, because she's the type that just needs.
What's so funny about that is I was actually talking with somebody about that kind of thing. He was at the movie theater, and he was like, I just saw this really pretty girl with this like frumpy looking dorky guy. And I started laughing, and I go, he's like, I just don't understand. And I'm like, well, when you've been burnt enough times, it doesn't matter like what they look like. It just matters like if they're good to you or not.
Yeah.
And
any kind of loving.
Yeah, like you're gonna just try something that's like, completely out of your element, which I've been burned on both sides. So not saying either one's perfect.
Well, it's like everybody always says on these shows, like, I always go for, this is my type, but I always get burned. I'm going to go over here and go for this type. So maybe that girl in the movies was just like, I'm tired of this. And
well,
maybe
that's what I said. I'm like, honestly, those are the best like kinds of people, are the people that you don't expect to be together. And I said that they're probably like the happiest couple, and you just would have no idea just because based on their looks. And he said, and that's when I said, when you've been burned, you don't really like. And I think Huda has been burnt a lot, and I think that's why she acts that way. But then he said, what did he say? He said, but you're truly happy. And I said, I am truly happy. But I said, I've been burnt so much that it got me to this place. So I don't know if you would categorize being burnt to a crisp in order to be truly happy, because I really don't feel like people should ever have to go through what I went through. But can I hear the meowing?
Yes.
Okay,
hold on. I'm sorry. She's stuck in the room. I'm going to let her out because it's really annoying.
Oh,
it's not the end of the world.
Let me out.
Go. Be gone. Go. Get. You too. Go. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Technical difficulties. Okay. I'm back. I'm coming. Okay, because she was trying to get out the door, and I was like, I know I can hear the meowing, but I can't tell what this can be.
Yes, I can hear the meowing.
Okay. She was like,
cat's trying to escape. I don't know why, but I just said,
regardless.
I was just like, my where I've gotten to is a lot of growth and maturity, and I feel like that's why I don't want to be necessarily so hard on Huda, nor do I think you should be hard on anybody, because if they're not aware of how they're acting or being, like, who are you to kind of like make judgments and yes, how she acted is abusive, absolutely, but does she know she's acting that way? Because I know it's not like she's beating him, where it's like, yeah, you could totally tell she's, you know what I mean? Some people don't know that how they come across can be construed as abusive. Mm-hmm. And that's why I feel like I really hope people tone it down, because things that people say on the internet, like regardless of the situation, it's going to make her upset. It's going to make her upset to know that so many people hated her.
And that's what Ariana was saying too. She was just like, stop commenting. Oh, you have time to go delete all of these comments on these Islanders pages before they even see it, because it's unnecessary. And
it's sad.
Pretty sure it was Huda. Like they're
all it was 100% her. I don't really think anyone else got that much hate. I mean, I know some people were saying like Jeremiah is was love bombing and stuff, but again, I feel like this is where I don't like some of these new words, like narcissistic, not talking about that word, but like love bombing and all these like this new like fad things, because I feel like there are some lover boys who, want to call you babe, and they want to express it that way. And it's not necessarily negative. That's just how they are as like a person, you know, but now it's looked at as love bombing and a red flag if a dude wants to get you flowers every time he sees you, or he calls you babe, or says, you know what I mean? It's like, or,
And
you know,
usually
women
you
are like,
don't
I don't
see
want
the-
you to text me every day. Like, what do you guys want? Like, you guys are confusing
Yeah.
me. And I like men. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, let people be who they are. I just don't, what concept have we gotten so far away from where like we have to do all of these things to be at a certain level? I don't know. It just escapes me.
I don't know. Just a lot of information at our hands to be able to take that information and turn it into whatever we feel the need to turn it in. Because if you Google something, you can find your answer regardless if you're wrong or
Yeah.
right or wrong. So
Well, somebody had a doctor on TikTok say if Huda had a BBL or not. Like,
oh my god,
you
why?
guys are ridiculous. I don't know, because it matters. You know what I mean? Like, who cares? You can still see she works out on her page, regardless
Who
of if she had
cares?
a BBL or not. Who, like,
It's
if you
her
don't
body,
like it, then
her
don't
choice.
follow her. You know what I mean? Like, she still lifts. Even the doctor was like, you can tell she lifts heavy.
That's what
You
I was
know,
like.
like-
To me, she looked. I didn't see BBL. I saw this girl works real hard on her booty in the gym, maybe with some natural curves.
Well,
Like
you obviously you
genetic,
can see
but
she
yeah.
eats a lot to maintain the
I
weight
saw
that
some
she's
of
at.
her Instagram videos too. Like she goes hard.
Yeah, she does. That's why I'm like, regardless. And the guy said that she could have just had a fat transfer, not necessarily like a full BBL. But again, it's like, you know, you guys don't look at fake boobs that way. But but we're gonna, you know, oh, she has a fake. Like, who cares?
You just need somebody else to put down. Like
Yeah,
her-
that's what I mean. It's kind of like sad. Like, we're in this now age where it's like okay to keep just like
Ugh.
bombing
Social
people.
media, man. Social media.
I know. It's like you
No.
guys all want peace, but you guys don't give it to other people. Like, what is this?
Yep. Nope. Yeah. So yeah, unfortunately it is the way it is, but what's going on? So they have a chat. So she kicks Iris out of the speakeasy, chats with Jeremiah. And I feel like I was kind of a little proud of her here, even though oh my god, I keep wanting to call him Taylor, my brain tonight. Even though Taylor showed up in the doorway like he did, which killed me. But
That was so
she was
great.
very calm, seemingly calm. It felt a little condescending, but she was calm, and like I feel like they got the closure that they needed, or maybe Jeremiah did, because she still tried to go in on a kiss. It looked like it looked a little
Awkward.
I don't know if it's habit or she thought maybe like if I just
No, when
change
you look into someone's eyes like that, like,
kiss me now. See, I can be normal. I don't know. To me, it was like the way she went in so calm. It's just like,
I've never hugged a friend like that. I'll just
oh yeah, that's true. I mean, hey, it's 2020.
when I don't ever hug a friend, like,
Oh, did she? I didn't see.
you like she like did the
Sometimes I'm like looking down writing and I miss
girlfriend
little
hug.
things until I
She
get
did the
on.
girlfriend like with the lace behind the neck.
Oh
That's not a friend hug. That's
no, usually
that's an I want you hug.
yeah. Whatever.
You like, or you pat, like do the patting.
Oh, yeah, hey, thanks. Or yeah, no, yeah. But yeah, so they seem to get closure. And then at the beginning of this episode was kind of like everybody was chatting with their new couples. Everyone seems like they're having a good time. They're like kind of having good conversations. Like they didn't see anything worthwhile to beyond Huda and the speakeasy. But
Yeah, no, it was just whatever.
then Ace gets a text. Man, I need an audio. I got a text. That's not my text. Ace gets a text for the challenge with Megan this Stallion.
Woo,
Which
woo.
everybody loses their mind. Okay, I had heard. Don't judge me. I had heard of Megan the Stallion. I didn't know who or what she was. I also did not realize that she's the body yaddy yaddy and the twerk. I live under a rock.
WAP. Hello, a WAP.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that. I did not. The 2 and 2 lava chicken all day long. Megan the Stallion. Who? Yeah, but I finally put all that together. And I was like, oh, okay.
That's even so much better that you didn't know who she was.
Like, I mean, I know very little about pop culture in our
Well, I'm not gonna say that
now.
she's not, because I wouldn't really categorize her as like pop so much. She kind
Well,
of,
just like not necessarily pop music, but like like who's popular,
who's popular.
like the celebrities and the isms and the
She
quotes.
also used to look a lot different. I don't know if she took Ozempic. I'm not going to say that she did. Her body looks absolutely amazing. But what I do know is that she had this insane fitness routine that people started doing on TikTok and Instagram, because her body is 100% natural.
She's
Um
gorgeous. She really is.
it
Like,
is how she worked out, but people were like, she looked insane because, before she was kind of like a Cardi, or do you know who Cardi B is?
I know she does the thing. That's about it.
Okay,
She's
so
really
when
long nails. Does she have really long nails?
yes, yeah, but what I mean is that
Anybody
like
beyond Nicki Minaj, I'm
they're
lost.
okay, so they all used to look like Nicki Minaj, right? They all
Okay.
used to look like Megan Thee
I know Nicki
Stallion.
Minaj.
Yes, they
Like,
used to look like Nicki Minaj. Well, Cardi B looks the same, probably bigger ass, but
they all have like curly hair too.
yeah. So, and Megan Thee Stallion used to be the same. I don't know what happened, but there was just this her last transition is how she looks now, and is amazing.
Megan Thee
Like,
Stallion.
yeah, it honestly, it's amazing. I don't know what happened. Like all of a sudden, like she, even when she was doing the WAP and stuff, which is the song with Cardi B.
Oh, that's funny.
Yes.
I didn't know
And
that.
even when she did that video, if you look at her from that video and then the one that we just had on Love Island, like the difference is like night and day. I don't know what she did. I don't know if there was like a health concern. But yeah,
I mean, whatever, dude.
I'm not super into her music, but she's really cool.
Looking at pictures of her, she looks like she has very similar vibes of Nicki Minaj.
Yes. They all kind of like, I think, mimic because that's what that was
the goat, right? Nicki was the goat. I don't know.
Yeah, no, she was.
Me trying
She
to
was like
explain.
she was what those girls wanted to be like with their rap and stuff like that. They,
Right. So did they rap?
Yes.
Okay.
Cardi B definitely raps. She's a rapper.
Feels like I'm so oblivious to life.
That's why I said pop. She's not pop at all. Like
No, I was just saying like she's popular.
She's
Like,
culture, yeah.
like if you go up to anybody, typically, except for me, if you go up to anybody and you say Cardi B, Megan, they know who they are. Whereas I'm like, that's which I only knew about because of Khloe Kardashian. I really
so great.
I have two boys who play Roblox far too much and watch Minecraft movies, and I know all about some of these YouTubers they watch that probably, yeah.
Well, no, even Brooklyn. I mean, Brooklyn games. So,
but they're not watching Megan Thee Stallion.
Well, no, but I mean, I guess I listen to rap music, so to me, it's just like.
I typically don't. Yeah. I just got into Kendrick Lamar after the Super Bowl. Yeah, that's the rock I've been living under. I was like, oh wow, where's he been hiding?
Oh yeah, he's been around.
He was on like 2 Super Bowls ago with all the 50 Cent and all them. So
yeah, 50 Cent and yep, he's one of the legends.
Songs. Yeah, I just
that's so
it's
great.
not like when we were in high school and you could turn the radio on and the radio, like that's how you listen to music. Like everything now is streamed. So I just put on some old Fall Out Boy and I don't ever listen to the new stuff. And it's just like I'm stuck in 2006 perpetually. So
no, you know what? Okay, like no hate. I'm honestly in the same boat. Although like I go from like Story of the Year, Fall Out Boy, Linkin Park, but then I still listen to rap, so I still listen to Ludacris, Act a Fool, Move Bitch, Get Out the Way.
yeah.
I still listen to the old stuff, but the only time I will get like a new like mix in is that my ex, like, he'll tell me about a song like I care, and sometimes it's actually like really good, and then other times it's just kind of like whatever, but then it puts new music into my queue.
Yeah,
and so I'll get like new stuff, but I'm not and By the way, my ex is somebody I co-parent with, so we have a very good relationship. If you don't know what a healthy co-parenting relationship is, you should probably try it anyway. But
Off her soapbox.
off my soapbox. My child also has type 1 diabetes, so we talk a lot more than the norm, and we do have to like
Yeah,
sit in the
we
hospital
should.
together. You know what I mean? So,
regardless, I feel like, but yeah.
well, he talks about shoes so much, so when it's music, it's nice.
Oh, my the shoe thing. He buys me these like fancy shoes, and I'm just like,
oh
what?
God,
Like, he got me custom Nike.
oh, I shouldn't.
I love them. I don't want to be like, I do really like them. Like, they're really cool. But like, people compliment them, and I'm like, thank you.
God,
Those are
Kelly's
some
are
really
the
like
Jordans
teenager.
and the Kobe's, and I'm like, he points shoes out when we're at Disneyland, and I'm just like, I don't care. I don't care. Like, I'm here to
over
ride
pointing out
my
plants.
child.
That is an elephant ear, and that's a monstera. Look at me. Look at all these succulents at Disneyland. They always have like really nice succulent sets set up.
They do. They're oh, you know what's so crazy? We were just there for my daughter's graduation thing, and she picked a couple of flowers, and her nana got mad at her and said, "Stop picking the flowers."
I always want to like take, well, not anymore now that I'm not out there, but like when we used to go all the time, I wanted to take like little cuttings, but I don't know, I feel bad. Like, 'cause they look so pretty. Like,
They
if you ever
do.
go to the Astro Blasters, the Buzz Lightyear one, they have kale growing in that. Yeah, it's crazy. But anyway, so yeah, Megan Thee Stallion shows up in the villa, and then she has a little powwow in the makeup room with the girls, which I loved because it's like it really shows you how live it is, because she's like talking about things that just happened an episode ago, and then she's there on the show with them talking about.
Yeah, that was really cool. That's the first time they've done that.
Yeah, I liked that. Like, I don't want to call it breaking the fourth wall, but they kind of I like the way they did that. But yeah. And so,
and she was promoting her bathing suit line.
Which some of them were really pretty. Some of them, I don't know, how did they get their sizes? Because the purple ones were a little like,
I feel like
it hurt.
I would never, because I want to have my parts after I'm done.
They look like, I mean, I understand the butt, but like the purple ones specifically, like if you go back and look at the purple ones, the one that Huda and Hannah were wearing.
All I will say is Huda and Hannah, they get waxed, because let me tell you something.
That would irritate I know.
That bathing suit is not to be worn if you do not wax.
Yeah. Well, I think they all do. That's a lot of, I mean, I'd assume. I would, if I was doing that, I'd be like, I don't want to have to deal with it. Just get it. Let's go. But I saw it, especially if you're in a big bath, they're in these revealing bathing suits.
It was like a landing strip, like the purple.
It was. That's what I'm saying. I was like, I don't know how everything stayed in, and they were like limboing and like twerking.
They said our bathing suits were inappropriate when we were younger. Hell
right?
No.
When we had just started, like the cheeky thing just started when we were like,
yeah, it was like, I mean, you were still like, your ass was mostly covered. Now people would just be wearing thongs.
Well, and I remember season 1 or 2 of USA where they couldn't even show their butt. They had to wear like a sarong or something. Then they would blur it. And they were talking about it on a podcast too. Like, we weren't allowed to wear that kind of stuff. And now today it's like the front is even getting a little suspicious.
I mean, like, that's where I feel like some of the I don't want to say this incorrectly. That's where I feel like some of our Western culture is starting to blur a little bit too much, where it's like, where is the respect for your
people that wear it to kids?
Well, you know, I don't want to say like, oh, you can't wear whatever you like you
for
know,
your modesty.
For yourself. Yeah. Like, you know, there is a certain sex appeal to being, you know, somewhat modest. There is some type of allure to it in some way. That's why, you know, women wear lingerie, because you don't see everything. And there is lingerie that's like sexy, where it's revealing, but it's just like, it feels like all these women doing the OnlyFans and these Bonnie Blues, and it's like, guys, you guys aren't, this is bad. Like, you're
well, I feel like it's the transition between, like, if you think about like generation before us or two before us, like how we were so immodest, but like, and now we're seeing the same shift past us, and we're like, oh my god, what are you wearing? Like, but to them it's normal, where to us it was normal, but to them it's
Yeah, I mean, for us,
Yeah.
wearing a crop top shirt was crazy. Like,
Oh yeah, or two.
we used to layer our tank tops in high school.
I know, because we couldn't even wear tank tops to school.
Yeah, we couldn't wear spaghetti straps.
We had to wear short. Yeah, but the things just like the dresses are getting shorter. The high school girls are wearing these like I don't even know how they got into because we were not allowed to wear those into. We had to like do the finger test, right?
Oh, hell no. We used to get, I remember one time my shorts were too short. I wear PE shorts.
Yeah.
I couldn't go home. My mom was like, wear the PE shorts. I ain't coming to get you.
It just did. Yeah. And it was such a like beacon too. Like, ooh, she got
Yes.
she got yeah. So yeah, those
You got PE shorts on.
were a little or yeah, just a little
Well, I mean,
suspicious.
I agree with you. I definitely think it's, we're moving with the generations, but I do feel like, kissing for us in middle school was like a really big thing. Nowadays, like kids in middle school are almost going to home base, which is just crazy to be doing at 12 and 13 years old.
I'm not. No, yeah, I'm scared. I have boys.
I know you have boys, and I have girls, and so I'm not really a fan of this right now.
I know. I mean, I'm just gonna be like, don't be an idiot. I don't know. The time will come. They're little right now, so I'm not.
Well, yeah, of course. That's just what I mean. It's like that's what's worse. It's bad now. Like, you know what I mean? They're not even that old. It's just like it's scary thinking.
Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So yeah, they do their challenge is a twerk off, and then they do the limbo game, and then they put the bombshell puzzle together. So we saw some.
Apparently, everyone forgave Huda after she twerked like she knew exactly what she was doing.
A lot of stuff online about is she an exotic dancer, which even if she was, who cares? You know, she killed it on the stage there. Even Megan was like,
absolutely.
oh my God. Yeah, some of those.
She was doing things I've never seen before. Like the legs up in
the
the air.
That's why I was like, some of like, okay, like you watch Olandria twerk, you watch Shelly twerk, you watch all that. Like, okay, that looks like somebody who twerks
normal,
spare time, whatever. And then some of the moves that Huda was doing, I was like, she did like a heel clap with her shoes or her ankle. Was she wearing shoes? Maybe not shoes, but like
no, she's barefoot. But she had her legs up in the air. I was like, what the hell is that?
That's that move right there. I was like,
yeah, dancer for sure.
Like I said, I just was like kind of shocked. I was like, okay, you go, girl. Did she win?
Get your bag for your kid. Like, I don't no hate, man. Like, do what you need to do. You know what I'm saying?
No hate, none whatsoever. But they did. And moving on, the bombshell puzzle. So I don't know if my brain was not processing at that time of day, but for some reason, when Megan explained the rules, I thought they had to make a puzzle with their bodies. And I was like, how are you going to make a puzzle of a bombshell with body? It just didn't clock for me. And then they brought the puzzle pieces out. I was like, oh, it's a puzzle with body parts that make a bombshell. Like,
I don't think she explained it well, but I knew what she meant. Like she wanted.
Oh yeah, no. I was like, all right, it's gonna be interesting. I guess we'll just wait till we get to round 3 and we'll see how they manage this. Because but yeah, so we got 2 new bombshells come in. We had TJ and Andrina, which I think we gave our opinions of them in the beginning.
Yeah. You don't need to run over that again.
Yeah. So moving on to episode 16. Andrina pulls Jeremiah first, and Jeremiah tries to flirt with his 2 years of high school Spanish.
That was so terrible. That was like me speaking Spanish.
It's like it's not the same. Anyway, yeah.
It's really not the same. When people think it's the same, it's honestly hilarious.
I was like, you have nothing better to say than I took 2 years. I can speak a little Spanish. Like you're competing with Pepe over here, who's fluent. Who else was? Somebody else was. Amaya. Amaya's fluent. Yeah. So, anyway, but yeah, TJ pulls. So Andrina pulls Jeremiah. TJ pulls Sierra first, which I feel like the people they pull the first really tells who they're interested in.
Well, she did say she was more interested in Jeremiah. I think when they did that like preview thing, she did say she was interested in him.
Jeremiah and who else was she? Nick. Like yin and yang. I was kind of like, wow, like
yeah, they are very different.
Jeremiah, like when you look, sorry, train of thought. When you look at Andrina, Jeremiah, like they look like what I would expect her like to want to couple up with. Like they look like a cute couple. Like it makes sense. Like we're talking about like it makes sense. I feel really bad. I don't want to say this online. When TJ walked in, Mike was watching, and then he was looking at him, and I was like, he looks like, if I don't know anything, I didn't know anything about him. He was walking in, I was like, he looks like somebody who's going to go for Iris and Iris and Hannah only. Like he just looked like he was going to pull a blonde girl. I feel really like prejudge, prejudice, whatever. So he pulls
He's a baseball
Iris.
player. They always like the blondes.
What?
The baseball players always like the blondes.
Well, he's just like that type. Like he was just like that frat guy type. Like they always like, you know, the sorority girl type, which I wasn't a sorority.
Yeah, the jocks.
But yeah, it just, yeah.
It was like every book, but he wasn't like a good book character.
Yeah. I don't know. He's just.
I hate saying that. I'm so sorry. My dark romance has ruined it for everyone.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
If the guy is not tattooed, please stay away from me. Like
if he's not been to prison for questionable things, stay away.
If he hasn't had a hard life, I don't want him.
Does it come with trigger warnings? Count me in. Anyway.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I have a birthday present I want to send to you. I wanted to ask you for your address, but I didn't want it to be like weird when I asked for your address. It's
your address. I'm gonna come stalk you.
Yeah, all the way over there. But it says, oh my god, I have to like look at it. Immediately I thought of you when I saw it immediately because I was like, I'm like, oh my god, Melissa should have this and myself as well. But it says, where is it? It's so perfect too. It has like skeleton hands and it's like a heart. It says, spread those pages like a good girl. And it's it's a book.
Yes. Perfect. I'll put that in the background. Their podcast when I set up the room.
I was like, oh my god! I just came across it the other day. I was like, that is like beyond perfect.
I like bookshelf things like that. So
yeah, same. It's like, if anyone comes into my place, you're gonna be like, what the hell?
It's like sometimes like I on a tangent here, but I update my Goodreads and I like try like sometimes the covers have guys on them, even though the one that I'm reading doesn't. And I like my grandma's on my Goodreads, my mom's on my Goodreads, and sometimes I'm like, started reading red. I just want to like quickly put it in. I don't want to leave it up like on page 25. Melissa's on page 27 of.
I'm connected to Goodreads too, but my mom doesn't read, so I'm safe.
She probably could care. I mean, I told her about some books that I read. She don't care, but I just sometimes I'm like,
you know what's crazy? My mom's close in age to me, and they don't like to talk about that type of stuff.
Really?
They think it's like gross.
I got my mom to read ACOTAR.
So I think if I made my mom read like one of our books, it would. I don't know how she'd react.
What is this? I don't know why your mom has an accent like that. But that's just what came out. Sorry. So I'm pretty sure I met your mom.
Well, we used to read books together when we were younger. Like we read the House of Night series, Twilight together. I actually got her into Twilight. I got her into reading.
My mom and I went to the Breaking Dawn book release together at midnight. I remember.
Oh, that's awesome. We went to all the midnight showings of the Twilight movies.
Oh, how fun.
Yeah, and my youngest is named after a book series that we both read and loved. And so that's why I'm like, it's funny, but like, there's no like, she's not like twisted like I am, I guess. So
yeah, I could. Yeah, I had my mom read one of my dark romance.
My mom's very vanilla.
But my mom likes 50 Shades of Grey. So I was like, I feel like if you're like this,
yeah, my mom would never.
Story.
My mom would never. Who knows to your mom? Because I'd love to have a conversation.
Oh no, she's pretty open. Sometimes, usually.
Yeah, no, mine is not.
As long as there's no ghosts. She doesn't like the scary books, which is kind of funny because she loves Stephen King. I'm like, I need you to read a haunted house book, but I think she listens
more thriller,
like psychological thriller. It makes you think.
Yeah, which is very different than like spooky.
I like spooky.
Me too.
As long as
Although I did read like a murder book, like a murder romance book, and it did not do it for me. Like, don't
Murder
worry, I love a
romance.
guy that'll stab
Did you
somebody
read?
for
Is that
you.
Pen Pal?
No. It was
I'm reading Pen Pal and I spoiled it for myself because I was
it's
too bored.
I'll have to look it up. I don't remember. It just was so like I like the killing and stuff sometimes. Like cool when the guy like, no, I'll shoot him for you, but this was like it was too much. It was just like, he was cutting her up and then he made her, blow him on the chick's butt. It just was not
Wow.
it was not it for me. It was not it for me. Like
I'm just kidding.
it was like it was everyone talks about the Den of Vipers, which I love that book. Absolutely love Den of Vipers, and I do feel like that's about
age of sprayed edges, but
that one's like kind of it totes the line a little bit. That one was crossing it. Like that was a little too much for me. I'm like, yeah, I don't.
Yeah, like there's some I have to DNF to or like put down. Like I am not into this. I think it's
Ooh, that's gross.
This is not fun anymore. Like, yeah. Anyway, moving on. So yeah, TJ pulls Iris, and then Iris tells him that she's not into Jeremiah beyond friends, which I was kind of shocked because I guess looking back, it makes sense. But like when she said that, I was like, oh, after all that, you're not even into Jeremiah. But she also got thrown into a couple with him.
I honestly was very confused because they both turned so easily. I was like, you guys don't even like each other. Like, what the hell?
I think
Jeremiah just wanted an out.
She got thrown into that relationship or that couple with him and then got caught up in all that drama with Huda. And then Jeremiah picked her. I think she hadn't really talked to anybody else. So she kind of unlocked her door for Jeremiah because she's like, I know he's going to pick me. I'm just going to hang out here with them. So I'm not surprised looking back that she's not in Jeremiah. I was just kind of surprised at the moment. I was like, oh, that did not clock in my head for me until I looked back.
Agreed. Yeah, agreed.
That makes sense. But yeah, then they actually get TJ and Iris give us a kiss. Give us a kiss. We get a kiss. They kiss. They kiss. The first kiss of the bombshell.
Her first kiss, actually, without being.
That's right. Outside of a challenge. Go girl.
Which that was telling. That was super telling. She must have really felt something with.
Yeah, and you could tell it was really awkward, but when they finally kissed, it was like, I'm like, are you gonna kiss me? Do you want me to kiss you?
Yeah.
The whole thing was like, okay, this is cringe.
So it was cute. It was cute.
It was and I think they would be cute. I wouldn't mind seeing them.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind.
I don't know. He has good conversations with Sierra, so I don't know. I feel like he and Iris would get along well, but
I agree.
Yeah. So then Andrina pulls Nick. So Andrina. I don't want to mess her name up. Andrina.
I'm gonna have to keep hearing her name in order to say it correctly because I'm not gonna say it correctly.
I apologize. I'll get it because I don't like to do it wrong, but
right.
Yeah, so she's pulled Nick, and so she's pulled Nick and Jeremiah, and then we've got TJ with Sierra and Iris. So we're gonna see how those play out. And then oh my god. Tip of the tongue. Anyway, Huda pulls Pepe for a chat, which was interesting. And she tells him
out of nowhere.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what she was thinking. I don't know if she was desperate. I don't know if she was kind of like, oh, he's my second. Like I did kind of like him. She does say, you looked at me a ton, but I said I wasn't going to talk to him unless he pulls me. And I was like, if you think about it, he was never going to pull you because you were so locked in. Everybody told you that they were going to pull you. You're so locked in with Jeremiah. So stop acting like I was going to talk to you unless he talks to me. Like, get out of here with that. But Hannah feels slighted by Huda with this. And I don't know how I don't know if I agree necessarily. I do on some level I do because Hannah was definitely there for her every time she cried.
She was.
And Huda didn't say anything to Hannah about talking to Pepe. However, they just chatted. It wasn't like they kissed. They didn't have any kind of like
I think she felt that way because they had sex.
Yes, the Haktua. Yes. Yeah, because we see that in the preview. Oh, I told you. I was like, they totally had sex.
First of all, I thought that was her hand. I did not think that was his hand.
It was her
I guess I
hand.
was not paying attention.
It was
No,
her
it's his.
hand.
I thought it was
No,
his
it's
hand.
hers. It's hers.
It
Look
was her.
again. It's her. It's too petite and white to not be hers. It's
Good
hers, and then
for-
she reaches back, and I think she like reaches back and does what she needs to do with it. And then he's like, you can see the
Girl.
motion, and you can tell by the angle that she's up
Have
to
you guys
him.
ever heard of foreplay? Jesus, like, why are you getting the head wet? Like, get her wet. What is?
Right.
Oh my God.
Hey, sometimes you need a little help. I don't know. Everybody
I
else
definitely
manages
saw the
fine.
thrusting the second time, and I was like, "Oh, I was wrong."
Also saying the angle that she's at and the way, like if you look at their
Okay, he was
faces
like-
and yeah. Because I was like,
The
maybe
producers know what they're doing with those white sheets.
well, I just want to know where they put the aftermath. Do they just get up and walk it? Do they
Well, I mean, they
assuming
probably,
is it all over the sheet?
you know, come inside them.
But they said there's condoms in the nightstands. I read somewhere that said
You
there's
think they're
condoms.
gonna all use condoms? No.
But then is it just all over the sheets? Because you still gotta get up and handle that. She just runs real fast to the bathroom.
Well,
I
I mean,
don't
she
know.
should if she doesn't want a UTI because you should pee after you have sex.
Yeah,
And even if
I
you're
don't
in a
know. I always
relationship,
wonder
you
like
should.
about that. I mean, we don't see the footage.
Well,
but
because they're only
anytime-
showing us the good stuff. We don't really get to see what happens after.
I want to know. I'm curious. How do you handle this? Because in my head, I'm like, that makes no sense. I'm sorry, babe, not tonight because the logistics aren't working for me. I don't care if I'm in the mood. At the end, I'm gonna have to go, and it's just too much. Sorry.
Maybe
Sorry.
they have like wipes or something like next to the nightstand.
But that's so loud. Like, have you ever tried to be quiet opening a baby wipe bag?
Well, no, I mean maybe like they take the wipes
Oh, like
out.
tissues? Oh,
Or take wipes out and they put them in a drawer and then they go. I mean, I feel like we're really like diving into that. Like
really,
that feels like
that's why I
that
was
feels like
laughing.
really like smart level. Like I'm trying not to get caught. I don't think they
Really,
care.
easy explanation. Like, they just leave it in the sheets because housekeeping comes in the morning, and who the fuck cares?
Oh, you know, it's so funny too. I saw this TikTok of this girl, and she was like, she's mimicking Love Island. She's like, "Oh, good night, everyone. Good night." And then the lights go off, and you hear, "Wah, wah, wah."
Yeah, everybody, because they all could hear
There's
it.
no way to have quiet sex.
Sierra and Nick did it too, and afterwards they were talked about in the makeup room that they could hear hot and heavy breathing. And I just
You
can't-
cannot have quiet sex. Like even
you
if
don't
you
need
try
to
to have
do it
quiet
in
sex.
bed. Aaron and Kaylor went to Soul Ties.
Yeah, well, it's like,
Or
okay,
the
go to
shower,
sleep
you
like you're
don't need-
supposed to, and then leave. Go to the bathroom. Or it's like, damn, like why? Like what?
Everybody's
Why you guys
sleeping.
want to? It's
Get a
just
whole
gross
villa.
with that
Like,
many
you
people in
need
the
to do
room.
it in front. I just can't. That's so. Oh, anyway.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I've had sex with people in the room, but it's that many people is gross. Like I get it if you're like horny, you know, you gotta get it in, but it's like it's a little much.
It's a lot.
When you guys have a big ass villa, you guys
right there
guys are
too.
so far. Like you guys have so many
There's like
places.
so many places. Yeah. But yeah. Anyway, the next morning, Iris gets a text for the next challenge. What's your beef? Which I wondered when we were going to get this nasty challenge again.
I
And
will
it's
say,
so
the milk stuff was making me gag.
gross. It was, okay. Because, yeah, so they have to, the guy has to utter it into his mouth, milk it into his mouth,
Milk it.
spit it into her mouth. She has to spit it into a bucket. They have to answer the question and throw said spit milk onto a person, which, that was where, God, I can't do it.
It was all gagging for me. It was like the milk part because I'm lactose, so I would not have been able to do that challenge. But the fact that like they were spitting it into each other's mouths and then dumping it on someone is just that is
So gross.
so
But
gross.
you know what I will say? It topped, or it doesn't top, or does top, or it's better than last season's nasty challenge, the 4th of July train that they had to spit mouth to mouth. Yeah, I had to turn it. I gagged so bad. That one was the worst. This one wasn't as bad.
Okay, I agree with you. That one was the food one was yeah, I don't even want to think about that. That's so gross. It's gross. Like putting food or milk into like or a liquid into someone else's, it's gross.
It's not sanitary. That's for sure.
It's not sanitary. That's how you catch diseases.
That's how mono gets passed around. Let me tell you.
Everyone came down with mono. That would be so.
Surprise, surprise. Yeah. I'm surprised nobody gets sick, honestly.
They're probably giving him penicillin.
Everybody line up for a peanut butter shot. Yeah, for real. So yeah, nobody really like there wasn't really any crazy kisses. Everybody kind of want to kiss the bombshells, except for Iris and Nick, Pepe and Huda. But I didn't really. There wasn't anything that jumped out at me as far as like we should talk about this. But
Yeah, no, I mean, it was a cool challenge. I thought it was.
I didn't understand the costumes.
I thought it
guess-
was funny.
Oh,
Like, I thought it was funny.
yes, it was. And then I think the best thing that came out of that was those interviews with Austin and Amaya and Austin's face. Insert face here because I don't have that.
I really think he should just tell her that.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we can just go. Let's just get into it because
Okay.
I was so excited for Austin and Amaya.
I know.
When because she had all those issues with Ace, and then now he's all like, I'm kind of not feeling it, and I'm just like,
You're the chosen one.
sorry.
I feel like just tell, like, this is where I don't understand why you wouldn't communicate what you don't like. If you think that because what he said in that conversation with was it Jeremiah, or was it Nick who he was
Ace.
talking to? Oh, was it Ace?
Yeah,
Okay, so when he was talking to Ace and he
Wasn't
was
he?
just like,
because
I
I
don't
remember
remember.
seeing Ace in the mirror, and Ace was. Oh, maybe that was a preview. Maybe it was.
No, it
Jeremiah.
was when it was when he was on the beat, or like the quote unquote the place with the sand. I forget who he was talking to.
Oh, okay, it could have been Jeremiah.
He was talking to somebody, and he said he feels like
They've
she's
been together for 6 years.
yeah,
Sorry.
like doing too much. No, like doing too much. And I'm just like, if you think that, then if you think she's being fake, which I don't think she's being fake, I just think she's very enthusiastic person, which I know can come off
She's
negatively.
Scorpio.
Well, it just like I understand, like, as somebody who talks a lot, and like because of my ADHD, and I can go off on like 7 different tangents like on any given day. I understand when people, and I've been told it to my face that I'm too much, and it doesn't feel good, but at least like you don't make her look stupid, which is what you're
Yeah.
gonna do if you're in this setting, because it's like, that's fine if my friends want to say that behind my back. I don't hear it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't hear it. Not that it's nice. I don't hear it. But it's another thing entirely when you're telling them that she's too much and not telling her, because she straight up asked him.
That's what I was gonna say. She asked it, and I feel like you shouldn't have to ask your partner if they do anything. Anything you do makes them uncomfortable.
Well, that's what makes me think that she's been told that she's too much, which, again, like, I've been told I talk a lot. You know what I mean? Like, I
Yeah.
never shut up. And you know what I mean? Which I absolutely hate, because it's not, I just like talking. That's just how I am. But I feel like that's a trauma response to her.
him.
You have to ask that, because
I just
you've
hope she
been told it
finds-
so many times.
I've been with guys that are like her, and I'm not. So I understand where Austin's coming from, because it's kind of like stop, like, get off me, like, give me some space. It feels a little suffocating. Oops. However, I understand her point of view. Like, she's just touchy-feely. Physical touch is her thing, and that's just how she shows love. And there's nothing wrong with that. Someone's gonna come along who's gonna love that she is that way, and they're gonna it's just, I don't think anyone in the island is that way for her.
No, which is fine. I'm not a touchy-feely person. Physical touch is not my thing. And there are times where I'm like, please don't. I don't want my children touching me. Like, don't touch me. You know what I mean?
Especially if you get into bed and you're like, and it's like, no,
Nope,
please
don't touch me. Don't touch me. Just don't touch me.
Yeah.
This is where I don't get touched. Please.
Give me 30 minutes, please.
You're right. It's I think it's just, if he is uncomfortable, if that's not his thing, then he needs to tell her, because that's just the right thing to do. It's the human thing to do. You know, instead of making her look bad, which is what you're kind of doing, because you're kind of saying that she's coming across as too much, like she's into you too much, which is crazy to say that she's into
Right.
you too much.
Most guys would want, yeah. Maybe
Most
she'll
guys
find someone at Casa
want
Amor.
them to be obsessed.
There's somebody out there that wants her to be all up on them. Somebody.
There's someone out there
I just
for
hope she
everyone.
doesn't take it and like turn herself like, okay, like, oh, you don't want me to touch you, I won't touch you. Like, I just find somebody. There's somebody out there who wants all that from you. Just don't settle. Like, don't change yourself because, yeah.
Really, guys, do not settle for less than you think that you deserve. There is somebody out there that will do everything that you want, fulfill all your needs, and you'll fulfill all of theirs. I'm not saying there's such a thing as soulmates, you know, or twin flames, but there's someone out there that, yeah, there's someone out there that will do what you want.
Yes.
Please don't settle. Like you can and you will find better. Do not put yourself in a situation where you're in a dead end relationship and now you don't know what to do because you guys are living together and you moved in together, signed a lease, and now you're screwed. So don't do that to yourself. Don't do it.
Yes, exactly. No, yeah, there's somebody out there. I hope that she, and I just, if it's not the island, it's not on the island. Like maybe in Casa Amor, but I just don't want her to.
I like her so much. She's so like, she's so bubbly and she's so sweet. Like she is like instantaneously when she talks and how she comes across, she is like the most sweetest, genuine person.
Yeah, she like is the type that would do anything for anybody.
Yes, absolutely. Which is you know, someone that's not going to burn you nowadays. Like it's hard to find.
Exactly. So I hope something better comes along for her. I feel really bad, or I hope Austin just kind of mans up and it's like, but it could just be an ace replay. So, but let's see what's next. Huda and Hannah have a chat and kind of clear the air there. But Hannah's like, Huda needs to move more intentionally. I mean, she lost a lot of time. Spent all this time with her. So now it's not like you're dancing around trying to get to know guys who are somewhat single. Like a lot of these people are coupling up into serious couples and you're trying to interject yourself into those. Like you like kind of.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you a little bit. I think that I mean, yes, she's been there for Huda, but I mean, I really feel like her and the Pepe thing, are you guys even that serious?
And that's just like they didn't do anything. They didn't. They chatted.
They literally didn't even touch each other. They had a conversation, you know?
I think maybe it was just Huda's intentions that rubbed her the wrong way, because when she pulled Pepe, she was talking about like, I saw you looking at me the first day and I wanted you to talk to me. So I thought we could get to know each other. So that is kind of giving Charlie and Amaya vibes before he got sent. But
yeah, I mean, yeah,
so I
agree with you.
both sides, but I don't think it was that big of a deal.
I don't think it was that big of a deal because I mean, yes, she should have probably said, hey, Hannah, like, I'm going to pull Pepe for a chat. Definitely, she did not need permission.
After we chatted, we had a chat.
Yeah, or after, like, hey, I'm so sorry, I forgot to say that. But I feel like they've only been in there like 15 days. Like, it's not making sense. Like, Hannah, you slept with the dude and now you think you own him. This is the problem when women associate sex with relationships. That is not what sex is. If you want to have sex, then have sex by all means. But you cannot automatically think just because a guy has sex with you that he's all in, because that is like the farthest thing from the truth. Well, I'm not saying that Pepe was into Huda.
No, but yeah, there's a preview for next episode too that they were having that chat. Like, sex changes everything.
Yeah, and it just
Nick and
does not.
Sierra, Nick and whoever, I think Ace. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But yeah, I don't know. Speaking of Huda, did you get secondhand embarrassment from her conversation with TJ? As much as I did? I felt really bad. I say that a lot. I need a button. I feel really bad. But that was hard to watch.
So awkward.
Cringe. She was just like all in his body language, he was like not next to her. He was just there.
He was chilling.
He was looking away a lot from her.
He was just chilling. That's what that was. He was like, you're a friend.
Yeah. he definitely friend zoned her, but she's just like, oh, maybe he's my type. That
Well, what's crazy is in the diary room session, she was like, I still got it. I was like, girl, no, you don't. No.
yeah. The editing on that one was good job.
It's just you're trying too hard. Like, that's why I think she should go home. Like, I really don't think that.
Well, he gave her so many signs too. Like obviously body language, he's not right next to her. And then he talks about her kiss, like, oh, you bruised my mouth with your kiss. And she's like, no, I didn't. And he's like, it's black and blue. It's not black and blue, but like he's just throwing shade about the kiss. He's like so like off. He's like, they're not having like it just
Yeah, when he said that
read the room.
that comment about the kiss, I would have been like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And then walked away.
Like, my bad. All right. Nice chat. No, she tried to not what yeah, that
She was
that
like, you liked it.
that's a gaslight right there. Like, there's nothing there. I didn't do that.
She's like,
What are
you
talking
liked
about?
it.
He's like,
Like,
it's not
I'm
black and
sorry.
blue.
No one likes to be headbutt when they're kissing.
She got a little intense, and that's okay. It just
This
my
is
bad.
what makes me think that she needs like a simp. She needs a guy that will be submissive. And there's nothing wrong with guys that are simps because there are women that are like Huda.
She wants a guy to be all strong and manly and handle her.
But that,
Like-
yeah, she does not understand that difference.
Nick taking the tea. Remember when TJ made tea for Sierra and he walks up, he goes, "What's that?" And then he's like, "Not happening," and takes the tea. That's what Huda wanted Jeremiah to do with pancakes. He's like, "I'm not having that." And then yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. She needs a guy to take. Oh, she needs a guy. She wants a guy. That's what it reminded me of. That's what she
She's a
wanted.
manly man, but she's being the man. Like, she's not being the man, but she's. If you're going to be a dominant woman, you cannot have a dominant man. That it's just like, when I kiss, I love getting my lip bit, or I like, to bite back, but I'm not bruising the dude that I'm kissing. You know what I mean?
I wonder what she did. Did she just like headbutt him a little harder?
It might seem
like Alandria.
like so okay. I'm so sorry. I just want to really mention this really quickly because it is so the kiss between Jeremiah and Audrina or whatever. It was so such a turnoff to me.
Oh, I'm not really feeling them.
Their kiss was just like I was like, ooh.
A lot of tongue. Yeah.
It just was. I was like, why is this so? First of all, why is this so long? Why are we watching this so long? This is not.
There's nothing else going on.
I know. It was just so. It was just. It turned me off so much. It was just sad. I was just like, this is gross. Like this.
Yeah. Yeah. That was not. Yeah. I don't know.
I sorry. I had to mention that because it was just like it was so. It was a bad taste in my mouth to end with that.
Yeah, it was definitely a little sloppy and messy, and
this episode was. There's a lot of hard things to watch.
A lot of cringe.
Yeah. Huda having the two cringes and then them. It just was not a good episode for.
Yeah. That was the end of that episode. But we get to vote. They want us to vote for our favorite islander. Did you vote at all?
Yeah, I voted for Sierra.
Oh, did you? I tried. So I didn't watch the episode. I wasn't home, but I know that there was a vote because I have the app. It alerted me that there was a vote. So I was trying to load up the vote, and I couldn't get the thing to like let me register to vote. So I didn't get to vote. But apparently it wasn't just me. So
yeah, it's because there was too many people on. It took me a minute to like get in, but I don't know if I just did it like right after it opened, so it was just like quick.
Maybe because what time did I try it? I don't remember what time I tried it, but I do remember I was trying to put my phone number in to register, and it was like not letting me.
Yeah, I voted for Sierra because I love Sierra. I think she's great.
I probably would have voted for Nick.
Nick's funny.
I
keep seeing all these ads from Nick, like a beachwear.
Yeah, I think on After Sunday posted or showed some like behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where some of those like the dancing one that he's doing. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah.
Some of those clips came. Amaya singing by herself in the makeup room.
Oh,
sweet Amaya.
Amaya.
I guess so. This vote is going to lead to one boy and one girl going home.
Mm-hmm.
But I
This is
don't
where I
know.
think Huda's
It's gonna
might
be
be.
a couple. Oh, I think Huda's gone. Huda, yeah. Huda and maybe Jeremiah.
Maybe. I really don't like TJ.
I'm not feeling TJ.
It's so basic. Like, sorry, TJ, you're very basic. Like, you're just you like baseball. Like, you just give off whatever to me.
He's just a typical, yeah.
His body isn't even that great. Like, you have the body of a baseball player. That's good job. Actually, none of the bodies really this season are like anything to talk about.
Not like Miguel.
Who?
There's a video. A video
Miguel,
of me,
I love you. No, I'm just kidding.
like, get ready with me or something, and in the background you could see Miguel's in the shower, but you can't see like below his chest. And the comments are like, Leah, I'm gonna need you to step to the right for a little bit because you could see him like, and she's moving a little bit,
Of
and
course.
like move a little bit more. Yeah,
I absolutely loved Leah. I loved when Leah and Miguel found each other. That was like, I was so happy for her because she's like such an amazing person that just wasn't understood.
I'm excited to see them on Beyond.
Yeah, me too. And he is the most gorgeous man. He really is. Like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, and he's got that accent too, which helps.
Yes, I know. That's why it made Farmer Rob look like a scrub, essentially.
Oh, sorry, I keep yawning.
He should never wear those.
But he had that snake charmer thing, which I thought was kind of cool. He was like a snake hunter.
I feel like I've been burnt by too many white guys, so like I don't like white guys anymore.
I like a white guy, but anyway. Do you have anything else you want to add? Anything else you want to?
No, I'm kind of wondering where the hell they're going to go with this Casa Amor situation tomorrow. So I think we'll have a lot more to talk about on Wednesday because I feel like these 2 episodes were kind of just like boring.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of substance. It was the bottom of it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but if we have a lot, hopefully, we have a lot to say. But all right, that's it. Our time in the villa is up. Make sure to follow, subscribe, and share if you like the vibes. Catch you next time.
Later.
You gave her a bite from reality to spilling the tea. Seriously, like, what the fudge? She's got no credentials. She doesn't even go to this school. Is no one seriously gonna take it away from her? Oh my God, no. Just gotta sit here and pretend that this normal